YouTube, what's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another video from Fantasy Good Sports, guys. And today's video is going to be on 10 deep sleepers that you should be stashing for your 2025 fantasy football leagues. Now, guys, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. And guys, make sure you flood the comment section with any questions that you have. We in the heat of fantasy football season. Like, we get ready for the first preseason game. So guys, make sure you flood it, put the 100 symbol to let me know that you rock with me. And with no further ado, let's begin. So I'm gonna go from 10 to 1. So the first guy I want to talk about is going to be a tight end, and he's from the Seattle Seahawks, and it's a rookie. Now I got quite a few rookies on here because usually rookies are the deep sleepers. But this guy's Elijah Arroyo. And he came from Miami. This guy's like huge. He's like, they kind of call him like DK Metcalf built. Like, he's like 6'6", runs like a 4'4", great athlete. They just cut Noah Fant. So Elijah Arroyo, guys, I think he has a role to be on this team, to be used like a Jimmy Graham type. I think he could be a Jimmy Graham type build where they can target him in the green zone or in the red zone. So I love Elijah Arroyo, guys. Pick this guy up. He's a rookie from the Seattle Seahawks, a tight end. All right, let's move on to my number 9 guy. And this is going to be a running back, and it's Kyle Monaga. He is the rookie running back that was drafted in the 7th round. Now listen, I wasn't high on DeAndre Swift, but this is a 7th round rookie. So I'm like, DeAndre Swift should eat. But Kyle has been getting snaps in practice, and he's been taking snaps with the number 1s. So that's telling me that he can push Roshan Smith, not Roshan Smith, guys, but Roshan Johnson. And he's going to also be pushing DeAndre Swift for that starting role. So if he plays good in the preseason, I think he can start. You know, Ben Johnson don't really care who's going to start. He didn't draft any of these running backs, so he's looking to see who's going to be good. But he did draft Kyle. He did see Kyle come out of college. But as far as DeAndre Swift and Roshan Johnson, those are not his draft picks. So I like Kyle to push for the starting job. So this is a great stash. Deep sleeper. All right, my number 8 guy is going to be another tight end, and it's going to be from the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it's going to be Brenton Strange, the tight end. Listen, when Evan Ingram got hurt last year, Brenton came in and had some good weeks. I believe with this new offensive coordinator, the way he run plays coming from Tampa Bay, I think Brenton can get some targets. I think Brenton can get 4 to 6 targets. So he's a stash type guy. You never know how this offense is going to flow. So you want to be able to stash many of these guys as you can to see who got opportunity. And I think this is a great guy who's going to have a lot more opportunities. That's why they let Evan Ingram walk. So Brenton Strange, guys, a tight end from the from the Jacksonville Jaguars, is a really good tight end to stash. Deep sleeper. Going on to my number 7 guy, it's going to be a wide receiver from the Chargers. It's going to be Quentin Johnston. Guys, they saying he's having a good camp. Now, listen, we got to take that with a grain of salt, but I'm still going to bet on that bingo card. And what I mean, what if this guy comes out and start making big plays early in the season? He might not make a lot, but what if he making 1 or 2 a game? That's good enough to be started in the fantasy in a deep league at the flex position. So make sure you stash Quentin Johnston, guys, as a deep sleeper. People are low on him in Dynasty. I would say even buy low on the guy. We'll buy low on him. All right, let's move on to my number 6 guy. I'm not going to hold you up on this video, but it's going to be a tight end. It's going to be Hunter Henry. And Hunter Henry, to me, was the number 1 target for Drake May last year for the New England Patriots. But this year, I think he's still going to be targeted, especially in the green zone. He's a tall guy. You know, like, you need big targets in the green zone. So why not Hunter Henry? So I like Hunter Henry, guys. He could be a top 12 tight end, and he's going way late this year. I'm not going to say he's going to be a top 5 guy, but from certain weeks, he might finish as the top 5, maybe even number 1. He did it a couple times last year. All right, let's move on to my number 5 guy. And this is another running back. This is a handcuff running back, but I think this guy has an important role, and it's going to be Will Shipley from the Philadelphia Eagles. Saquon is not going to play all 4 quarters every single game. We saw what he did last year. He came out the 4th quarter like 2 or 3 games. Will Shipley had some big plays and some big runs, him and Kenneth Gainwell. So I like Will Shipley to be stashed. Yes, you have to stash him. He's not really getting overdrafted, but I think he's still, you can get to him without trying to reach for him, and that way he's a stash. He's a deep sleeper. So I like Will Shipley, guys, especially for the fantasy football playoffs. You never know. You want to handcuff him with Saquon. I think that's a good move because Saquon might sit out week 17 or 18, depending on how the team playoff position is. All right, let's move on to my number 4 guy. This is a wide receiver from the Carolina Panthers, and it's going to be Jimmy Horn. Yes, Jimmy Horn. And guys, Jimmy Horn came out of Colorado, and outside of Travis Hunter, this guy was separating at an elite level. It was just they hyper-targeted Travis Hunter, so we didn't get to see a lot of Jimmy. And also, he got hurt his senior season, so he missed like the first 4 games. But I really like Jimmy. I think Jimmy is going to be a sleeper. I think Jimmy could end up getting 60 or 70 targets for the Carolina Panthers. So be careful about passing on Jimmy. I think you should stash this deep sleeper. Let's move on to my number 3 guy. And this is a guy from the Las Vegas Raiders, and it's going to be Dante Thornton. Dante Thornton is a 6'4" guy who can run and can jump. He just didn't get drafted high, which was kind of confusing to me. I thought he would, but for whatever reason he didn't. I think this guy could have a breakout season. We don't have a number 1 over there. It's not Jacoby Myers. It's not Brock Bowers. He's the tight end. Who's going to be the wide receiver on the outside? I think Dante Thornton has a chance to be the outside wide receiver and catch a couple jump balls and have 700 to 800 yards as a rookie and be a deep sleeper, a good pickup. Especially in Dynasty, I'm buying low on this guy. And guys, we got 2 more guys, so thank y'all for tuning in. Be patient with me. Remember to flood the comment section and say, hey, TD, this is what I think about this list, or TD, I don't like this list. But my number 2 guy is going to be a wide receiver from the Los Angeles Rams. It's going to be Tutu Atwell. Now, listen, Devontae Adams and Puka is going to be hyper-targeted. Nobody else really going to get a lot of targets. But we know that number 3 wide receiver position on this team is usually a good position. Look at DeMarcus Robinson a couple years ago, especially when they had some injuries. DeMarcus showed out. Tutu showed out a couple years ago, like maybe 3 years ago. So, guys, I like this role just for a stash as a flex play on a bye week. I think Tutu is good. He's a good buy low guy. You never know when you might have to start somebody. And my number 1 guy is going to be Thomas Fadone, the tight end from the New York Giants, who was the number 1 tight end in the Brock Bowers class, but he got 2 knee injuries, so it knocked him out. But I think this guy's going to be good. He has the catch radius. He's fast. He's athletic. He's making plays and count. That I don't believe in Theo Johnson is going to be that, like, some type of unbelievable guy. And I think they got a couple other guys there. I think Thomas Fadone is the guy who has the opportunity to move up and can give you a couple good weeks coming out of as a rookie, especially if an injury happened. So, guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. This is cutting-edge content. Also, guys, if you want to play against me and listen leagues, all you got to do is sign up as a member. Also, if you need a consultation, guys, all you got to do is sign up as a Phenom member, and you get your first one free. Now, if you don't want a free one, you just can get a consultation, guys, for 30 minutes, and that's a $50 value. Also, I can help you with your draft. So just hit me up at fantasygoodsports@gmail.com, and we can chop it up about whatever you need, and I can give you a price. And I got discounts, too, depending on what membership tier you on. So, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all guys be safe. Peace.